Hello and welcome to this short video where I want to tell you a story about auto processing RFI documents in Copilot Studio. So last week I was just traveling around and I was accepting a visitor. So someone came to visit us and dropped us a message. And at the beginning we didn't know what this message was about, so we used kind of AI tool to analyze the message and store it on OneDrive. And then we thought, hey, we identified this is an RFI document, so let's process it with Power Automate. But well, processing this thing is not that easy. So we needed my colleague data that used the kind of AI tool filling this document. So we filled the document, answered all the questions, and then sent it out to our captain, who could review it and then go into negotiations with our friends. And this is the story I would like to show you in my demo system. So stay tuned and have a look at how we implemented things. Okay, let us start here in my file explorer. This is the RFI document that I will use in this example. And this is something you know. Yeah, so typically you have a list of questions. I have here 16 questions, and someone should provide the answer to this. And of course, what you typically receive is a message. Yeah? A message is coming in, a kind of email, something that is forwarded to you, and then you need to process it. And what I decided to do is I want to use a Copilot Studio agent for that. That has a trigger that checks the incoming emails. Yeah. So let's simulate that and send a message to my central mailbox. So I say here, send it to this. I call it car RFI. Answer this RFI document and let us know your feedback. Okay, and now let's attach this file here and just send it. And then I will show you what will happen in the background once this email arrives. So one of the first things is, of course, we will grab the email from this mailbox once it arrives and then store it on OneDrive. So here is one from my previous test that I did, but this is the first task. And how is this task executed? Well, in this Copilot Studio agent, we have here at the bottom a trigger, this one here. And this trigger is checking for incoming emails and analyzes the body of the message to classify it. So is it an RFI document? Is it something else? And this is happening here. So this flow here checks for incoming emails, and then it has here a prompt. And this prompt, let me quickly show you. This prompt is this one here. It basically just checks, hey, is this an email, a category 1 email that is related to RFI documents, or is it something else? So this is done here. And then we go through the different steps. We analyze the email, and then you will see we grab the attachment, we create a file, and then what you typically see is this step that you send the feedback to the Copilot Studio agent. Yeah? But this is something I did not want to do. Why? Because I wanted to try, can actually Copilot Studio, an agent, handle multiple triggers of the same kind? So I decided, hey, let's send out another message to the same mailbox and then see how it can process and handle things. And well, the second um, incoming email is then handled by this flow. Again, we have a check for the incoming email. And what this is doing then, it sets a variable and runs another prompt. And this prompt basically checks the incoming message and the file path that was created. So we should see here a file. This is our RFI document. And this file that was created and the path will be used as the trigger for this second flow. Then we extract the file name, get the table, and then a couple of steps are followed. And the steps that follow is basically I list all the rows So I take every element in this file, analyze it, hold the results, I get the row, and then I answer it. So here's another prompt, and that's another one important. So what I'm saying here is basically, hey, take a look at the line, yeah, take a look at the line details and answer them. If you do not know, say, hey, Ludwig, double check. And with this kind of information, we run the flow from here the row, we answer the question and update it. And now if we go back to our agent, this is of course not the end. Why? Because once the question is answered, I need to tell the captain, hey, everything is answered. And for that purpose, I have here another tool which does nothing else than sending out a message to the captain saying, hey, the questions have been answered. Please check the file that was created. So here you will see, we will just send out the message to this mailbox. This is our captain's mailbox. We say questions are answered, and then we provide a link. And this is something we should see now. So let's go back to our mailbox. So this is the first incoming email. This was from the customer. And then we had this second flow that answered the question. So from this one, I grabbed the file, I store it on OneDrive, and this file location and this information is then the input for the second flow. And then once all questions are answered, we send here this message to our captain where he can check these things. And of course, I use a single mailbox. This would be typically different people involved, but I wanted to show you how this can be handled. So let's open this and let's check our file. And now you should see that the questions are answered, and all of that done, orchestrated and triggered by this single agent. And the key here is that I wanted to see, can we have multiple triggers? Yes, we can. Can we have multiple triggers of the same kind even? Yes, that's also not a problem. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you. Let us now go back to my PowerPoint for some closing remarks. So at the end, again, a short overview of the process that we executed. And this time we had a look at RFI documents and how we can automatically answer all of these questions that typically takes a long time with the help of Copilot Studio and the Power Platform. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you liked and enjoyed it and can use some parts of it maybe for yourself. As usual, if you have questions, reach out or leave a comment in the comment section. Thanks again, and then till next time.